Alright guys, I wanted to make a quick little video here just to point out some stuff when it comes to beavers and just how far these jokers will travel. Okay, I do not think that I've shown this pond and told y'all the story about the beavers in this pond yet. So this pond right here is on the piece of property that I work on, and I just want to back up real quick and show y'all something. This pond is on a piece of property that I work on, okay? And I have worked on this property for let me see here, so almost like 10 months, okay? So I've worked on this property for 10 months, and I trap on this pond for nest raiders and such. Okay, I have several traps over here. Never have I seen a beaver or any sign of a beaver in 8 of the months that I've been trapping here. And this pond is not connected to any running water whatsoever. None. The only thing that is close to this pond is a drainage ditch that is way back over here, right? And it is the drainage ditch, or I don't know if I should call it a creek, because it doesn't, yeah, I mean, it doesn't run. In the dry months, it's bone dry, and in the wet months, it has water running through it. So drainage ditch is fine, I guess. But in that is the ditch in previous videos I've referred to as like a skunk alley, because that is the ditch that I've caught. Out of the 14 skunks, like 10 of them off of that one ditch right there. So there's no water connecting to this except that drainage ditch. And then that drainage ditch don't connect to an actual flowing creek for probably a mile. And the little bitty creek that it does connect to is like dry 3/4 of the year. So 2 months ago, I came over here, and like I said, I'm on this property nearly every day. And I came over here, and I was like, man, that tree right there has been chewed off. And then I go a little further. I was like, man, that tree right there has been chewed off. Go a little further. Man, that tree right there has been chewed off. And then you start seeing things like this, where all this grass is matted down. We got a little trail going right there. I wonder if I missed something. Let me back up real quick. I may have missed it already. And I keep going around the corner, riding this, this is the pond dam I'm on right now. And I keep going around. Oh man, making sure I don't run off. Yeah, okay, we're in the right spot. So you're riding along, and then you come across things like this. You know, I don't know if this is gonna stand out to y'all, but you kind of see that right there, and then you kind of follow it on the ground right here, and it goes down this bank, and then boom, what is that? You know, so you start seeing things like that, and you're like, man, what in the world? I mean, and I know what it is, right? It's beaver. It's beavers. So the day that I come over here, and I'm riding along on this pond, start seeing signs, and then I come around the corner, and y'all ain't gonna be able to tell because it's gotten so grown up recently, but there all these little I don't know if you call these evergreen trees, fir trees, I'm not sure, but every branch down there that is next to the water, gone and chewed off. And I keep coming around the corner right here, and lo and behold, I see a beaver on the bank. And let me come around the corner. Let me see if I remember the tree that he was under. So, I mean, it's a small pond, not a big pond at all. Not a big pond at all. And it's high compared to what it was because we've had such a big dump of rain. But, I mean, it doesn't look like a pond that would, I don't know. Anyways, but right here, I see a beaver up under this tree going to town on a limb. I mean, just going to town on it. And I get this close to this beaver before it hops off into the water. And then I come right here where I can see, you know, a majority of the pond. And there's 2 beavers going across the water. And I'm like, what in the world? And then here come 2 more beavers. So there were 4 beavers that came to this pond when this pond is out pretty much in the middle of nowhere with no running water to it. And my only thought is that after a rainstorm or something and that drainage ditch had some water in it, they came up at a drainage ditch. But that's still, the drainage ditch is a good ways away, and the creek that the drainage ditch is connected to is a real long ways away. So them beavers did some traveling, man, to get over here. But let me show you. I kept coming around, and I just kept on seeing trees that were gnawed off, you know, just standard beaver activity. And called the property manager, you know, my boss, asked him what he wanted to do. And he said we would go ahead and neutralize them, you know, before they cut all the trees down and busted the dam, whatever. I mean, it's their call. So he thought that that's what the property owner would want. So that's what we did. And I saw something on the water. So I killed 2 of them, right? So I killed 2 of them, and because they have obviously never had any type of human interaction before, because I was able to get, I mean, just this close to them, and they didn't run off, swim off, or nothing. And I took a shot at another one, and I never saw it again. Right? They all went away, and for months I didn't see any sign whatsoever. During the time that I first saw them, and after I shot the first 2, they built this. So this is another one of these fir trees right here on this bank, and I watched this transform, and it don't look big on the camera or whatever, but they packed that thing with mud and sticks, and they have got them a den right there up under this tree, probably going into the bank. And that's really where the issue comes into play. When the beavers start going into the banks and everything, they create bank dens, and y'all heard me talk about them. And I have literally seen them collapse. I mean, literally collapse a pond dam like this, where they were coming in from both sides. You know how you just saw that trail going over the dam? Okay, if they started digging out into the bank of that dam, okay, they would dig in. If there was water on the other side, they'd be digging in, and they could collapse that bank dam. And I have seen, and I've shown video of that before, and that is that's thousands of dollars worth of or tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage, because if they collapse the dam, then obviously they've compromised the structure of the pond. So I'm getting to witness this transform, I guess, because, and this is the other point I want to make, when I started shooting at these beavers, they went from, one second guys, one second. There's some really big grass carp in here that makes some really big waves. So A lot of times it's grass carp, and you can just see all the ripples right there. I thought maybe a beaver had come out. But once I started shooting at these beavers, I have never seen another one at all. And I'll come over here and I'll walk this pond quietly, seeing if I can catch them. And they will not come out. Once they hear me over here, they do not come out. And that's the point that I want to make, that kind of makes the overall job difficult. If you start shooting at a beaver, it will become, if you don't kill it, obviously if you can kill it, that's good. But if there's multiples like what's in this pond now, they are going to become extremely shy. They're pretty smart creatures, and you're going to have a hard time. What I probably would have done differently is just put traps in the water while they were building their den, because they were coming up to it daily, every day. And it would have been easy to catch them. And it looks like they got another. Yeah, see, that's brand new right there. And I was just over here yesterday. So they just chewed that. You see that stop right there? There we go. So they just chewed that. And I don't know how many are over here now. I don't know how many are over here now. I've seen 4 total. I don't know if more have come in, because like I said, there for a while, all the activity stopped. I don't know if I killed the dominant pair. I'm not sure how that works. And I know beavers are really territorial, you know, so I'm not even sure how many beavers a pond this size could hold, because like I said, they're very territorial and they will push off another pair of beavers. The dominant pair will push them off. So kind of waiting to see what happens, you know. As far as instructions goes, I've just been told to shoot them, but I can't shoot what I don't see. And they're smart. They're very smart, because like I said, I'll ease over here, electric cart. I'll come over here as quiet as I can, and I will walk this bank, and they will not come out. Will not come out. I've not seen a single beaver here since I shot the first 2. So we're gonna see. I guess the point of this video is, don't be shocked if beavers show up on your pond and it's out in the middle of nowhere, because apparently these things can travel a long ways. And and there's more saplings. Man, ever since we got this rain, this heavy rain, they have been chewing like crazy. So we've just had like a week of rain, and they are just laying stuff over left and right. So, point of the video, don't be shocked if you have beavers show up on your pond, even if it's a long ways away, because like I said, they do travel apparently. And also, I would probably advise, unless you know it's just one and you know you can kill it, I probably, if you got a family of them, I would advise not to shoot them. You should probably trap them, put as many traps in the water as you can, and catch as many as you can, because now that they have been educated. That's a good way to put it. Beavers can be educated, coyotes can get educated. A lot of these critters that I trap, they can become educated to what you're doing, and they know when danger is around. I wanted to ride over here on this side of the pond and show y'all something. Not a big pond at all, so I'm really curious how it's all gonna pan out. I don't know if they can't really flood anything, because there's no water that leads to this, right? The only thing that they could possibly do is that spillway out there, I don't know if it's possible. Like I said, I ain't been doing this that long. I don't know if they can dam that up some way. And then of course, it's going to be a big mess. But right now, all they're doing is cutting trees down. And I posted a little video of this on my Instagram. I don't think I showed this on YouTube, but they just cut this one down. And you can tell that they've been busy over here in this corner. Those over there, they cut that down during that first week that I found them over here. They cut those down. But this one right here, this big one, that's been within the last couple of weeks. And before everything got so green, you could look across over there on that side of the bank, and you would just see yellow, right? You would just see yellow stobs all over the bank over there, where they were just going to town on trees. I don't know what to expect, guys. Don't know what to expect. The biggest concern, I think, right now would be not really the trees. I don't think that's a main concern, going off what the property manager said. But I'm really curious, once wet season gets back here, if they can plug up that drain over there. And I don't know if it's possible or not. But if they do that, then we're going to be in a pickle. Really bad pickle. All this around here is low. It holds water terribly. The soil type does. So it wouldn't take much to flood this out here if they could stop that water from draining right there out of the pond. Which ain't been too big of a concern this summer because we ain't been getting that much rain until recently. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Don't know what to expect, but just telling y'all that don't be surprised if beavers show up on your pond, even if it's out in the middle of nowhere. And if it's several of them, I wouldn't shoot them. I wouldn't take a chance shooting them. I would just put out all the traps that I could and catch as many as I could right off that first night before they get educated and get kind of eerie. Because now these guys are on edge. I don't know how easy they're going to be to trap. If I ever get instructions to trap them, I'm not sure how easy they'll be to trap, but can't shoot them anymore because they ain't coming out during the day. But their activity has definitely picked up, and they're going to town on these trees. One thing I do want to note is, and it kind of goes back to what I said earlier about these being not the dominant pair. I think I got rid of the dominant pair because these chewings aren't too high off the ground, and I think you can kind of guess the size of the beaver based off of that. So I think this is just I don't even know how many it is. At first I thought it was one. A couple of days ago when I started seeing them pop back up, I thought it may be one that was still over here. But today there's a lot more chewings, and either he's been wide open at night, or there's two smaller beavers over here. But anyway, that's it. Just wanted to make a quick little video while I was over here checking traps and looking the pond over. We'll see what happens. Keep y'all updated. Y'all be good.